On November 23 of 2016, there was signed a contract on water supply provision between Energy Infrastructures and the Ministry of Natural Resources and French Veolia Group. Based on that contract, from January 1st of 2017, there will work a single operator of water supply in Armenia. This means that all 5 water supplying companies acting before that will stop their work. Armenian Water Sewage Company is among these companies, which was again managed by French Sauri company. Sauri access to Armenian market was in 2004 by guidance of promises of water quality and supply improvement, but practically there was no connection between the words spoken and eloquence of signed contracts. The effect of work shortcomings of the supplier residents of Kapan felt on their health and pocket very obvious. In case of rain, there was flowing muddy water from the fosso. In some districts, people were waiting for water longer than for wages and pensions. Instead of elimination of shortcomings, we were urged to be grateful. As Kapan resident, we must be grateful to Kapan Water Supplying Section for changing the quality. In fact, what do we have for Thanksgiving? As a prelude, there must be highlighted that the company doesn't fulfill its functions stipulated by contract obligations, in return for which it charges money from customers. It's about the treatment of sewage and the cleaning. The company also doesn't meet the verdict of the General Jurisdiction Court of Syunik Province, entered into force on April 11 of 2012, the content of which was as follows. Obligate the respondent Armenian Water Sewage Company, Klozhdotso Company, to implement the obligations assumed by contracts signed with the customers, namely to provide the household wastewater drainage and cleaning. To obligate the respondent Armenian Water Sewage Company to nullify the danger threatening to the environment and conducting to people's health and well-being. Liabilities were not implemented even after the intervention of the Judicial Act's Compulsory Enforcement Service. It's with regard to waste and water drainage. The quality of supplied water raises many questions. In 2015, within January-September, in the result of sample research, the National Center of Disease Control and Prevention recorded 166 deflections from the hygienic requirements presenting water quality of the centralized water supply systems. It's unacceptable that we supply water to consumers with deviations. There was opened administrative proceedings, and based on August and September months, we have implemented a checking and we filed administrative penalty against the head of exploitation department of water supplying company. Now about the implemented reforms. In 2014 in Kapan, there was implemented the modernization program of water supply internal network by financing of the Asian Development Bank and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development with the investment of $6 million. It was a standard program determined by unpublished contracts and unknown standards with the lack of proper public hearings. Program which made possible the connection of water supply and heating pipes. And shortly after program completion, water accidents were common in some districts of Kapan. We are aware of these districts. These are unplanned districts largely cut off from the town, and they are not connected to the total water supply network. So what do we have in the result? Poor delivered public service, poor water quality, damage caused to the environment, and high water fee. By the way, from the 1st of January in the Republic, the payment determined for 1 cubic meter will be the same conditioned by the integrated operator. Veolia company, taking over the management of Armenian Water Sewage Company, has become the bearer of all the advantages and disadvantages existing in the company. And Veolia, as a successor, inherited all the mentioned problems and the responsibility associated with it. Let's hope that there will be observed no experimentations of avoiding it, as the society will no longer accept all services under the new name.